We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber. Severe weather has been detected in the Siouxland region, with several counties currently under tornado watches. Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson has a closer look at conditions now in our top story at 5.
Thank you very much, Sophie. We have been monitoring the situation regarding thunderstorms this afternoon as we start with a live look outside from our KCAU-9 camera now. It's brought to us by the Port Neal Welding Company. We still have mostly cloudy skies following up the passage of some thunderstorms which occurred just about an hour ago. As you look at the radar picture now, you can see that we have an area of low pressure which is spiraling its way through, and we have been able to pick up on some strong thunderstorms out of that activity going through the afternoon. As we pause the clock and zoom in toward northwest Iowa, you can see that we do have some heavy downpours that are occurring, quite a bit of lightning too, but nothing that reaches the threshold of severe weather right now. But as you move up to Sioux and Lyon counties, that is where we have the most active weather at this moment. Officially a tornado watch going until 9 o'clock tonight, wherever you see the yellow region on your screen. And as we go through tomorrow afternoon and evening, it's likely that we'll catch on to some more severe weather here in the region. We'll talk further about that coming up in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. We'll check back. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden spoke to Illinois farmers today, and there unveiled a plan to help American farmers boost crop production and lower food prices. Our Washington correspondent Anna Warnicki explains.
On Wednesday, President Biden toured a family farm 60 miles south of Chicago and met with food producers.
You feed America. You got us through a pandemic. And you're literally the backbone of our country.
The president says Russia's invasion of Ukraine is to blame for the global spike in food prices, which has translated to higher costs for oil, natural gas, and fertilizers.
The prices you see at the grocery stores have gone up, and the prices farmers receive has gone down.
President Biden says the White House is committed to helping American farmers boost their production by doubling funding for domestic fertilizer production to $500 million.
It's so desperately needed. We can't take chances.
The president's plan also includes increasing access to farm management tools for plant and soil needs and increasing the number of eligible counties for doubling cropping insurance so that farmers can reuse their land for planting in the same year.
It's critical to get this done.
Biden's trip comes as the White House battles increasing inflation rates. On Wednesday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released a report showing in April the Consumer Price Index was up 8.3% from last year. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
Federal changes to school lunch programs are also coming next month. For the upcoming school year, families once again have to fill out applications to qualify for free or reduced lunches. Erin Heinman is the Director of Business Operations for South Sioux City Community Schools. She says roughly 70% of the families in the district would qualify for this free and reduced lunch program. But the changes come at a critical time for Siouxlanders in need.
We're very concerned for our families. We know with the pandemic and the current economy, families are dealing with increased costs to their family budget.
Heinemann adds, due to the rising price of food, a school lunch will cost $3.80. That price is up 15 cents from last year. A former Sioux City Community School principal's sex discrimination case was heard over at the Woodbury County Courthouse. Dawn Stansberry filed suit against the district in 2019 when she alleged she was unfairly demoted from principal of Morningside Elementary and wrongfully terminated based on her age and sex. The case had been dismissed by the district court back in May of 2021, and Stansberg filed for appeal in June of that year. Over at West High School, teachers got a refresher course on a technique pioneered right here in Siouxland. The MVP model helps teach students to be better role models to younger students by having those students themselves reinforce better behaviors. But it does rely on teachers to coach those students into becoming MVPs. We spoke with the university professor Alan Heisterkamp about the model and also why it's so effective.
Be respectful. What does that mean? Well, this be respectful in the way we talk to each other, the way we respect each other's culture or background or their differences.
That model was implemented here in the Sioux City School District in 2001, and over the years, thousands of students have become MVPs. Real estate agents say that the hot housing market in South Dakota's larger cities has now spilled over to the state's more rural areas. While competition is the highest in Sioux Falls and Rapid City, where prices have increased about 20% over last year, the rural real estate market is also changing. Homes in small farming communities historically have trouble finding a buyer, but now those listings are seeing far more competition.
It seems like these days it doesn't really matter where it is. Homes are definitely, the values are increasing and they're selling, and people are looking to move, and they like to move to South Dakota.
Vollmer adds that she had multiple offers on a property in Kimball with a population of just 700 within a week of listing it. The Navy's release of budget plans for the fiscal year 2023 came with some disappointing news for Siouxlanders. The current plan includes the decommissioning of 24 ships to save more than $3 billion. One of those is the USS Sioux City Littoral Combat Ship. That's part of the Freedom class. Navy officials say it's because of high repair costs and not needing the ships anymore for special anti-submarine warfare missions. Saturday in the Park is about 2 months away, and volunteers are being gathered to put that festival together. Saturday in the Park happens July 2nd this year, and like every year, is run by people giving of their time and talents. Jason Babor is a volunteer coordinator for Saturday in the Park.
Word of mouth is probably the biggest thing. We get folks to come out year after year, and they have a good time. Also, the website. Go to SaturdayInThePark.com. There's a spot to sign up, and we'll stay in contact, let you know when the opportunities are coming and when we'll need some help.
When volunteers sign up, they receive a work shirt and meals on work days. Babber says that there is a lot of work for volunteers to do this year.
One of the things that comes to mind first is signage. We've got a lot of folks that come here from out of town that have never been to Sioux City, don't know where this park is. They need to find a restroom. They need to find a drink, a beverage, or know where the band show is at.
He adds that a lot of the work happens in the few days leading up to the festival, and when it's all over, volunteers do help clean it all up. And speaking of summertime, you might have already started chasing a tan, but it's important to wear your sunscreen. ABC's Justin Finch explains why you can't skip reapplying.
The main risk factor for melanoma, a type of skin cancer, is sun exposure. In 2020, there were over 300,000 new cases of melanoma worldwide, contributing to 57,000 deaths. Close to 1/3 of those cases were from North America, where the rate of new cases is 14 per 100,000 for women and 18 per 100,000 for men. Using current cases with estimates of population growth and aging, researchers predict new cases of melanoma will rise to over 500,000, with deaths close to 100,000 annually around the world in 20 years. Luckily, frequent sunscreen application and covering with clothing and hats can help mitigate risk. If you notice a new skin lesion larger than half a centimeter, has irregular borders, or lots of color variation, ask your doctor to take a look. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch.
There is a new warning out from the tech industry tonight about job opportunities. The explosion of remote work options could mean more high-paying jobs at American companies that could go to people in other countries. They're pushing lawmakers this week for an expansion of visa programs to allow more foreign tech workers into the United States. They say if Congress won't budge, companies will likely just keep more workers in places overseas like India and in China. And it's the end of the run for the iPod. Apple now says the latest iPod, the current one, the Touch, will be the last and only available while supplies last. The first iPod was introduced more than 20 years ago. Hard to believe it.